Well, it looks like my camera's not working, unfortunately, but we are live. How's it going, guys? Let me know in the chat if volume's good, all that stuff. I'm not sure what's going on with my camera today, but yeah, that's really annoying. Maybe I'll just turn it off and turn it on again. There we go. There we go. Okay. So good morning. These are always so nervous doing these videos, but yeah, let's have some fun. Let's keep it casual and yeah, let's have a good time. Got a lot of questions coming in. This I'm not really planning on this to be like a Q&A type thing, but I don't mind answering a few questions. But once we kind of get into like the main topic, I'm not going to go into the chat and answer questions that are off topic. All right. Looks like the technical issues are solved. Had to turn it off and on again. The OBS is taking like 20 to 50% of my CPU, so I'm not sure how much kind of production work we can really get done while streaming, but I don't know. We'll try, I guess. One of the ideas I had is kind of making a beat using Loopcloud, and you guys suggest what samples to use or like, you know, what genre, those sorts of things. So you guys could either help or sabotage me. I think that could be fun. And and what else was there? I thought about ranking the Reaper memes, but I don't know if we have enough Reaper memes to really make that into a good video. Um, if you guys have any memes saved, Reaper related, you can post them on Twitter with the hashtag Reaper DAW, and then that'll be a good way for me to find them for when we actually do that. And I had a list of live stream topics, but don't have it up right now. Oh yeah, the other thing we can do is I can share some of the kind of course content, the videos that are not public, and you know, share a couple lessons from that, either from like Mixing in Reaper Volume 3 or the video production course or something like that. Maybe I'll do that. I'll play one of those videos when I'm going for a break or something like that if I have to go to the washroom. But yeah, let me know if any of those ideas sound interesting, which I think the only option I really gave you was making beats with Loopcloud. But if that's something you guys want to see today, if you want to participate in that, I think that could be fun, or it could be a disaster. I don't know. Um, yeah. So while you guys are thinking about that, just give me some indication of yes, no, something like that. Other ideas for what we could do today, like right now. That would be cool. And you guys can see my screen, I think. Cool. So right now, if you guys could make a suggestion for what we do today, that would be great. This is not a Q&A episode, so I'm not answering every single question, but if you have kind of a general topic that you would like to see us go over today, then that's cool. I see the topic suggestion, aligning drum samples over a drum take. Yeah, could do that. I did a video on that a while ago, like 4 different ways to layer samples under drums. I think I did that also in, what was it? The Easy Drummer kind of mini course. I think part 3 or part 4 of that was layering drum samples. So maybe I'll add it to the list. So let's talk about Loopcloud. Loopcloud is a sample library store, but it has built-in kind of like a virtual instrument interface. It's an 8-track sequencer. It automatically syncs to your DAW when you're running the Loopcloud kind of Audition plugin, this thing. I did a video kind of just briefly showing like what you can do in the free version of this. They liked that video. They sent me an upgrade to the premium or pro version, or I think they call it, and they sent me a few credits to spend on this stuff. So I'm pretty sure they have like their entire content library available in here, and what's really cool that you can preview like any of the samples. A lot of them are free in most of the packs. So or I mean, you get a few free ones in each of the packs, so it doesn't take any of your credits. And yeah, it's pretty fun to like make up a beat just using this. So I'll type in synthwave because that's what I normally make. Synthwave genre. Oh, I got my audio so I can't hear it. There we go. You can hear that? Hey Omri, how's it going? Okay, that's a pretty cool loop. So I'm going to drag that in as a new track. I'll just click on Buy File, download, and I can drop that in. It's a Rex loop, so it automatically, well, actually it processes that as a wave. Let's try that again using the original, and that will ask me what I want to do with it. And I'll just do a single media item that loops. All right, so in terms of tempo, this is 126. Let's actually match our project to that. Where's my loop button? There it is. possible bugs, post on the forum. That's the only place the developers are. Yeah, if you're not getting an answer, try posting again with a video, crash logs, anything related, any information you can give. And if it's a bug that crashes Reaper, you're more likely to get a response, because that's kind of the priority. The new features, you never know. It's got to be like something they're interested in at that moment. I like this one. Come on, download. Drag that in. All right, so here I've got this kick and it's kind of looping, and I don't want it to loop on quarter notes, really, or eighth notes, whatever that was. Is the out of rhythm gap part of the genre? I mean, we've barely started. So let's start with just I don't know, hip hop kicks. What's that? All right, so the cool thing with this is that you can get these patterns kind of built in, and it saves a lot of editing time if you're making up patterns. You can move things around in the grid. You can change the volume, fade, and all that kind of stuff. I don't really want beat 2 to be more strong than beat 1, but there's a variety of arpeggios and patterns and all those sorts of things. Yeah, there's also effects. What am I looking for with effects? I lost it. I know where it is. I've done this in a video before. I'm not seeing effects at the moment. Why is that? Edit, tools, effects. There it is. So if you have the pro version, you have all kinds of effects, kind of different presets, and but I think probably just put this in like this. Put in that, and I think this one is the pattern. It'll be like one wave with a pattern. Yeah. So if you guys don't know that that shortcut I just did with the double click to loop, I've got a video on that on my channel. Check that out. Crawling in film question was nice theme. Which one is it? This is my custom Reaper 6 theme. I have a video about some of the custom stuff that you're seeing here, but I've done a bunch since then. I thought that would be the end of it, and I got, like, as I was making that video, I got even more into it. So I've added things like changing the indicator to green for the selected track. And I got a white edge around it. The faders are black now. If it's record enabled, it automatically switches to red. Not sure what else since that video I changed. All right, let's try bass. Grid snapping and relative grid snapping at the same time. Sounds like you want snap offsets. Let me know if it's not that. As far as I know, that's the easiest way to do it. This one's pretty cool. Something went wrong there. Let's try that again. Already that single item. Question about plugin subfolders. Will they add it soon? You never know. I think there's really no way of knowing what features they will add. That's weird. That didn't work, right? Weird, it was working before and now it doesn't work. And for that subfolders question, I'm not sure if you mean like in the effects browser, like having folders in folders here. to me, that would just slow you down. Or if you mean like in the effects chain, having like plugins inside of other plugins as folders, kind of like parent and child tracks. I saw someone suggest that this morning. What would make me use something or choose Reaper over Ableton? Multi-track drum editing. One of my side businesses is editing drums for project studios so they can outsource some work and save time and energy on projects. And it's just not possible in Ableton. Ableton does some cool stuff for like sort of live beat making, but the workflow for linear work just does not make sense to me. What technique do you use with loop composition so you have musical sections of songs? I start out with the maximum amount of content I can. So like just keep adding in stuff until it doesn't work anymore. And then I break it down like I just did, just turning everything down and bringing it up. And you find different combinations that sound good. So like I could pull the kick down here. You know, that's like a B section. Add this in. That's building up the song. Bring up the kick. Add in another kick, that sort of thing. And I'll just make a time selection for like 8 bars. Make it a ruler, or make it a region, I mean. And then start chopping things up. So if I don't want the kick in this first part, I'll just mute the kick there. Hope you can see that clearly on my screen. Tips on Reaper editing. So if you're used to Pro Tools, Reaper is like having the smart tool enabled all the time. And if you want different tools, you're pointing your mouse or clicking to park the edit cursor on something, and then you're using keyboard shortcuts to then do the command instead of having separate tools for each thing. You can arm actions to make sort of dedicated like split tools or zoom tools, but yeah, it's more like the smart tool, and it's positioning in the item sensitive. So take this item, put it here. So I've got this item, fades at the top, trimming. If I want to split it, I click, press S. You can do a lot of stuff completely clickless, just by having a keyboard shortcut and pointing your mouse at what you want to do. So in the action list, look for under mouse. We've got a lot of scripts here, but the default ones like trim left edge of item under mouse cursor, trim right edge, selecting the item, splitting the item, all these different things. You assign these to an action, like, I don't know. I think all my S ones are done already. Control S? No, it's already assigned. Control Shift S? Okay. So if I want to split under the mouse cursor without clicking, I just do this. And just wherever I point, it clicks. Or it does that action when I hit the button. So if you think about that sort of flexibility, it's a lot better than Pro Tools or like Cubase and other DAWs where you have to constantly switch tools. Like Cubase says it fairly good. Like you right click and then you can choose from that list usually pretty quickly. I think some of the other DAWs are like that. But I find having dedicated tools is actually much slower than having context sensitive tools. So is there shuffle, slip, grid modes? Well, there's snap to grid. There's these two buttons here. Shuffle is different than ripple edit though. So yeah, shuffle edit is a good mode that hasn't been kind of duplicated. But I don't know. I don't really have a recommendation for getting something exactly like shuffle mode. Slip mode is just turning off either grid lines or snap to grid. Reaper can do cool stuff like slipping within the item without affecting the fade and the edits. Question from Felix. Sharing video cinema projects with people using other DAWs. What is this related to? I need more information. Okay, what was I doing here? Okay, so now this is on my mind. Ripple modes in Reaper. There's a single track mode and an all track mode. So ripple track or ripple single track, if I make a split here and I delete this one, that moves everything on this track over. So I've had separate items here or something like that, and I delete this one, they move over to fill that gap. With ripple all mode on, that's going to be all tracks. So that's one good way of like removing a gap in dialogue, things like that. But yeah, I don't need it for this one. But shuffle mode has a way of swapping items, which is really cool. And there's not there's not anything that's exactly the same as that. So I'm gonna look for another kick. Okay. That works. That's a good kick. I love when it's just like the first one you try. So I'm going to put this in as a single item. I'm going to stretch this out to a quarter note, double click on the edge, and then drag this out. And now I've got a head pounding kick. Let's see if I can find a free option for snare. And put this at bar 2. I'm just getting my loop point set here inside of this so it plays in time. I guess I want this on end one on 3. Okay. Not quite. This was pretty cool. I was gonna get both of them. Can I drag both of them in? Oh yeah, I guess I should put my link in for Loopcloud. One second, guys. All right, so in the chat, I'm putting in a link. If you want Loopcloud, even if you just visit that website through that link, that will help the channel, okay? Loopcloud's a lot of fun. Even the free version, you get a lot of flexibility. I did a tutorial video on that. But yeah, if you want to help out the channel, just clicking through that link, that's going to help me out. All right, so let's layer these snares in the most boring, basic way possible, because that's what I do. What grid setting? Yeah, 2. So I want these. What's this one? That's the deep long one. Okay. I don't know why, but I feel like I'm doing this wrong. No, that was right. So the snare completely changes the feel of this song. It's like more industrial sounding. This is more kind of poppy. All right, so I'm just going to insert my basic tracks from my template and organize these a little bit since we're getting quite a lot of tracks at this point. So I might have kicks and my snares separate from the other loop things. Yeah, I might just put that in like the... Thought I had a samples bus. Oh well. I'll put that in with the percussion because it's a bit different. And this is the hat. Yeah, that's a pretty standard sounding hat. So I'll put that in here. And then this bass goes in the bass bus. I won't have any vocals. Right. Is this stream only on YouTube or also on Twitch? I have a Twitch, but I haven't used it yet. I don't know. I have an audience here, so I don't have a lot of people watching right now, but there was a ton of people watching the last stream replay. So for now, I'll just stream here. It kind of makes sense to stream where you have the audience already, but you know, if something goes wrong or whatever, Twitch is another great place to stream. But streaming to two places at once makes it pretty much impossible to keep track of the chat. Okay. What happened there? Oh, all my tracks suddenly went to rip headphones, right? That's what people say. I think my my control surface glitched there for a second, and then volume went to max. Maybe we should put a limiter on, right? All right, guys, what's next in this beat we've got here? What are we doing next here? What does this need? This is your chance to help or sabotage me. I will type in whatever you say. First person to suggest something. Piano. Should we go with this? Yeah, we'll just type in piano. I'm not gonna play it. I don't like this one. Okay, with the lag, I'm not sure which one you guys are reacting to. This first one. It's so bad. I've never been a fan of that. But I mean, it made me smile, so it can't be that bad. Actually, I haven't even thought about the key of the song. That bass says it's in A minor, so I should probably set this to like A. You know what? This, it says piano. That doesn't sound like a piano to me, but it's kind of cool. As a transition effect, try it without the pitch shifting. I'm gonna do this one. Oops. I don't know what I did there. Oh, I pasted something. This piano needs a verb. And what do I have here for a verb? piano. Kind of works. What are we doing next? I saw the suggestion to distort the piano. I absolutely hate distorted piano, so let's do it. Isotope vinyl, why not? You know what? Let's actually put the reverb as a sibling track to that, and then we'll move the distortion to the keys bus. So basically all I want is that reverb to be like louder than the piano, I guess. I really hate distorted piano. Why are you making me do this? Modulation. Okay, let's move on from this. And back to Loopcloud. What's the next? What's next instrument? Lead synth, okay. Search for lead, but should we choose a genre as well? That was the first genre I saw. I don't really want mixed suggestions. I just want, layers. One last quick look at the free options here. I don't really want to... This is the best one that I found so far. But I know I could play this on guitar, so I don't really want to spend my credits on that. You're not really getting many synth leads. I don't know why. I guess just because it was funk. Alright, so let's try without funk. And I saw techno. I kind of like this one, but it doesn't sound like a lead to me. I can add it. Oh wait, that's not the pitch shifted one. This is the pitch shifted one. Get ear fatigue from hearing the same recording over and over? Yes. But you kind of need that, or not the fatigue, but you need to listen to it over and over to get that flow going. All right, so someone suggested wave synth. It replaced it with synthwave. I didn't get anything for wave synth. Synthwave lead. This one's kind of cool. I love that you can like almost seamlessly go from Loopcloud into playing from Reaper. I didn't have to stop to import that. Alright, I'm moving that. Okay. I need an ear break. I'm getting some errors in YouTube. So I don't know. I don't think I can change anything. Is that OBS isn't saying that I'm dropping frames or anything, but I don't know. Seems it's okay. Get a synth out and play it. Come on. With my hands? Do I have to? No, I just don't have any ideas right now. Like, kind of the point of it is to mess around with Loopcloud and see what we can find and kind of fill in the song as much as possible just using these sounds. All right, so we're gonna need some percussion. Let's do mixed percussion, maybe lo-fi. Is lo-fi a thing we can search for? No. Trash? No. Not getting anything for 8-bit. I think I did get a result for lo-fi, but then it canceled it. Test 0. The cinematic stuff is pretty cool, but it's like, it doesn't leave any room for mixing. Like, you can't layer it with anything. I don't think this is gonna work. Okay. Let's look for tops. I don't know. I don't hate this one. So I'll be looking for something with claps. And look for free ones. I kind of like this one. Probably make it even more lo-fi though. So super easy thing we can do with this base is duplicate it and then filter one. And then just choose which one I want to actually use. Let's do filter jam. And I probably wouldn't layer them, but at different sections of the track I can unmute one. Let's go with that one first. Make the folders with the star. Oh, in here? Yeah. These are just custom folders in the effects browser. So, yeah. So I don't use the automatically created categories in developers because those keep getting deleted when you rescan for new plugins. And I want to organize them the way I want anyways. So I set this up long before that. So I just have them like alphabetical here. And so I just put in my favorite compressors, delays, distortions. I think most of these are standard folders. I think the ones for like particular brands are actually smart folders. So it just basically saves a search. So it's only looking for VSTs that have air in the title. Yeah. It doesn't work for everything, so I don't like using that for like compressors because there's so many things you need. It's easier to just add them one at a time. So, where was I? This to me, this particular arrangement of the beat is more of a chorus or something. So, to actually arrange this properly, let's put this here. Yeah. So I'm going to copy that there. And in this section, I'm basically going to mute everything. And so there was this kick loop. No. This kick loop, which is not even turned up. Question, am I still using my Nocturne? I still have the keyboard. I had some stuck keys on that a while ago, and that seemed to have just resolved itself. I still have the other one, but my desk isn't set up in a way that I can keep it out all the time, and then, so most of the time it's on a shelf over here. I did use it kind of recently on a mastering job. It was much easier to just to control effects parameters and things like that using that. But on a regular basis, I'm not really using it that much. All right, so so let's say this is my intro. I need a pad here. Love this one. It's great. All right, so that can probably run for double that length. I'll put in a riser of some sort. Sure. That's fine. I don't know. Honestly, I'm getting super hungry, so I'm like kind of fading a bit here with my attention span. Alright, go back to that one that I saw that was okay. I lost it. What one was that? No. You customize your Reaper so it glows in the dark. Cool. Yeah, for my custom Reaper, pretty much the only thing that I kind of put or color theme that I used was this green here. I like that, so I use that in various places. But I'm not customizing it all that much, really. I had a decent one selected and now I lost it. History. That was this one. Okay. Someone was asking about relative grid mode. Yeah, I just do the snap offsets, and then that snaps to my my grid line wherever I put that marker. All right, so we need more time to get between these two sections, or at least where that piano comes in. So it's not completely awful, but yeah. Oops, I do want it. Oh well, come back to that. Yeah, so that's something we can bring in here. What was that lead? This one? So mute that one. And then this could be the first time that bass comes in. And I'll mute these snares. I'll just have that kick come in. so duplicate that, and then on the second time around, we're bringing in some other element. Maybe like that. Yeah, so do that, cut that, and maybe I'll just put a kick on 1 and 3. Oh. No. All right, so I'll take I'll dupe this, but I'm going to replace that. Maybe this, I'll bring in the snare here. And swap out the bass. All right, so from here on, it's going to be pounding kick, bass. Maybe this lead plays the whole time. Oh yeah, that's the other snare. Forgot. I feel like we had more like percussion loops before. Where'd those all go? Am I missing something? Leads. Maybe I just have them really quiet. Snare. I guess it's just volume. So let's see how this is if we take out that other kick. I didn't save at all for the last hour and a half. this is pretty cool. And then it would probably break down again with one of these. And bring this one in here. And you know what? That's a perfect time for a cowbell, honestly. All right. Is the stream glitchy? It's saying excellent condition, but I've been getting some glitches, errors. I don't know. Oh, the video is stopped. Well, that is my I think some of these earlier ones were probably like exactly what I was looking for. It's cool. I'll put that in. All right, guys. I'm running out of steam here. So I think it's kind of cool. I didn't have to play any instruments on it, but I mean, I had fun. We had a few laughs with some of the weird samples that came up from the suggestions. And yeah, I mean, unmixed, but like, I don't know. It's something to do for an hour. And yeah, so I'm going to paste that link again for Loopcloud. If you are interested in Loopcloud, just just clicking on that link will help out the channel. But you can get this Loop browser. I didn't show this today, but everything that I downloaded will go into my my library. Here's my library view.